So it's indeed my honor and privilege to ask you to join me in welcoming our friend and the senior senator from Georgia, Saxby Chambliss.
My wife would kick me out of the house if I didn't come home with that bag of onions once a year. So I know what's coming when y'all come to D.C. But I particularly enjoy having a chance to visit with the young folks that y'all send up. Senator Isaacson and I both always take time to have a chance to visit with them. And I commend you for continuing that program. You're facing tough budgets in your co-ops, just like we're facing in Washington, and every governmental entity and every private sector entity is facing. But let me tell you, that is money well spent by your co-ops. Those young folks that you send to D.C. truly are leaders today, but most importantly, it's not going to be long before they're going to be leading their respective communities, our state, and our country. So I commend you for that program. I'll close with this, that these are going to be very difficult, not politically popular votes that are going to have to be made in Washington. If we walk away with a $4 trillion deficit reduction plan and everybody in this room was happy with it, we haven't done our job. Everybody's going to have to be pushing that wagon. Nobody can be in the wagon. This has got to be all of Americans working together to try to fix this problem. And if we don't fix this problem, what we're going to find is that we are going to be the first generation of Americans to leave this country in worse shape than the great America that we all inherited. And I will tell you that Johnny Isaacson and Jack Kingston and John Barra and every other member of our delegation is going to be working hard every single day to ensure that does not happen on our watch. It is a great country we live in spite of all of our problems. When you look around the world, there's still no better place to be than the United States of America. Thank you for letting me share some thoughts with you. God bless you, and may God continue to bless our great country. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and let me begin by saying what a privilege it is for me to have the opportunity to serve as chairman of your board of directors at Georgia EMC. I have learned so much about the essential role electric cooperatives play in our community and state since first being elected to serve on my co-op at Kaitlin EMC back in 1995. And more importantly, I have been impressed by the genuine respect Georgia EMC has earned among countless influential individuals and organizations while acting with integrity on our behalf, building on the local respect and credibility that each of your EMCs has in your own communities.
You've heard me say many times when I've stood before this group, number one, how proud I am to be a Georgian. And number two, how proud I am of our members of Oglethorpe Power Corporation, Georgia Transmission Corporation, Georgia Systems Operation Corporation, and Georgia EMC working together to do what we need to do to assist the members that own us.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the light with the light from above.
I'm so excited to finally have the opportunity to say thank you on behalf of myself and all other teenagers that you sent to Washington this summer.
I was a member of the Washington Youth Tour, class of '69, 43 years ago. I was able to go to Washington, D.C., and believe it or not, I did meet, at that time, probably most of you don't know that Georgia only had one senator. You always thought we had two. Just go see Herman Talmadge and he would tell you we only had one. He really believed that. So I got to go see Herman Talmadge. It offered some great opportunities for me.
Thank you to everyone who sent delegates to Washington Youth Tour. By doing so, you're teaching people like me what it means to be a leader and encouraging teens to become their own people. I would like to encourage any EMC who did not send a delegate to Washington to do so next year. Knowing the blessing it was for me, and all the other attendees, I'd hate to think that some deserving student somewhere in Georgia may not get the chance to go because hers, EMC, does not participate in the Washington Youth Tour.
It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. It was the first time, quite honestly, I openly admit, that I'd ever been on an airplane. I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and meet people who I'd only seen on TV, such as Senator Talmadge, a lot of the congressmen from this state, and I learned that these people genuinely, including my local EMC members at home, were concerned about my success and wanted me to accomplish something, and they were willing to invest in me. It revealed new ideas and approaches for developing our communities and how the next generation of leaders was going to be birthed and how they were going to be groomed. This is nothing new to EMCs. As I stand here before you, knowing that this was 43 years ago, EMCs have long played a role in development of leadership. And EMC has also long had a focus on the agricultural community because of their roots. Georgia Grown, this program, which today, folks, is 11 months old and very much in its infancy of rebirth, is a natural fit and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I thank the Georgia EMC for seeing this opportunity.
If not, I would like to thank you again for attending the 72nd annual meeting. We're adjourned.